Welcome back to the channel, people. How y'all feeling? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know I'm feeling good, right? I'm in my Arsenal shirt. Y'all know I'm feeling good. Of course. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Fantastic. Big up. Big up, Nikolai. First one in the chat. How you feeling, Nikolai? How you feeling? It's very good to see my moderators are the supporters of this channel from different clubs, you know what I mean, representing, and you know what I mean, just loving the channel. I mean, appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you guys for the strength. Thank you guys for making the effort to be here every single time I click this live, right? You guys are fully appreciated, you know what I mean? Thank you guys so much. So much to talk about, so much to get into. You know what I mean? So much to get into. We have the situation of the game yesterday. You know what I mean? The game yesterday, I think with a couple controversial calls, you know what I mean? Bakaya Saka, Kai Havertz, you know, we're gonna talk about situation a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, we have Declan Rice to talk about. What a player. What a fantastic player that Declan Rice is. You know what I mean? The effort that Burnley put into that game yesterday, the fight. You know what I mean? We knew it was going to be a hard game, and they proved it to us. You know what I mean? They proved it to us that, hey, even though they're relegated, they're here to fight. You know what I mean? They did prove that to us yesterday, and you know what I mean? We only managed to score 1 goal. You know what I mean? That was enough for 3 points, but it was just 1 goal. Yeah, and you know what I mean? A lot of talking about Pep leaving, you know what I mean? Bourmouth ambition, Areola leaving. I mean, like, hey, it's not only, this is a situation though. The announcement of Pep leaving Manchester City, you know what I mean? Important as well. You know what I mean? Very important as well. You know what I mean? But guess what? Remember, it's not only Pep leaving, Areola leaving as well. And he has done a fantastic job at Bournemouth. But people, so much to talk about. You know what I mean? So much to talk about. So let's jump right into it. Nikolai said Arsenal have basically won the league. Well, we can win the league today. For sure, we can win the league today. Depends on how strong Bournemouth ambitions are. You know what I mean? And how much fight they're willing to put in. You get me? It's a very important game. You know what I mean? This game is very important to Manchester City, as important as our last 2 games have been to us. You get me? It's a do or die situation that they find themselves in. And you know what I mean? It's a must win. It's a sink or swim. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're up against. They're up against a high-flying Bournemouth team, though. You get me? They're up against a Bournemouth team that has ambition to play Champions League football, at least play some part in a European competition. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be fantastic if they could just go for the big one? The Champions League money is the highest. Yeah, so I'm saying they need to invest. So wouldn't it be fantastic if they just go for the big one? So, yeah, there's plenty to talk about on those front. Let's start with the game, though. Let's start with the game. The starting lineup yesterday didn't surprise me. I'm not sure why some people find it as a surprise, especially with the Kai Havertz decision. You know what I mean? The starting lineup didn't surprise me at all. You know, the Kai Havertz decision to me was coming. I understand what the coach was doing, right? Because if you look at this Bournemouth team, you are going to try to predict what they're going to do. They're not going to go up all fully assault against this Arsenal team, especially this Arsenal defense. So their main objective is they're going to soak in the pressure. You get me? That's what basically they're going to do. They're going to soak in the pressure. They're going to try to either counter-attack if Arsenal is out of line or out of position. And, you know what I mean, to sneak something from the game. You know what I mean? That's pretty much the genesis and the revelation of Bournemouth's strategy yesterday, right? Arsenal now had to counter-attack that. You know what I mean? So the mind game starts from pretty much the starting lineup. What is Bournemouth going to do? what do we need to do to counteract what Bournemouth going to do? You know what I mean? And I think the coach did well. It was an all-out attack. You know what I mean? It was an all-out attack. Sorry, I'm a bit quiet, doing some stuff right now. No problem, man. As long as you just giving a listening ears, you know what I mean? That's still helpful. All right, appreciate it. So it was an all-out attack on Bournemouth goal, right? And that was a strategy that Arsenal had. When you look at the likes of Saka and Eze, Odegaard, Trossard, Kai Havertz, Ricardo Califori, you get what I'm saying? It was an all-out attack. You can see that the intention from Mikel Arteta was to finish this early, make some substitute and lock it out. That was, to me, the intention of coach Mikel Arteta. Sorry, manager Mikel Arteta. They got to get these titles right nowadays now, because they ain't taking lightly to messing up their titles. You know what I'm saying? No. They ain't taking lightly to messing up their titles at all. So we have to make sure so we get it right. So the manager knew what he was doing, and it worked out. It worked out. Trossard hit the post. Brilliantly done by Trossard. You know what I mean? Trossard is Trossard. Like Trossard has find back this form at the right time. I mean, like a little bit earlier could have been okay as well. You know what I mean? But hey, it's better late than never. Trossard has made himself undroppable again. Y'all remember back then when Trossard was undroppable? You know what I mean? He put himself in that position again. You know what I'm saying? Again, is in that position, in that undroppable position. And he's doing a fantastic job. You know what I mean? He's doing a fantastic job. So, yeah. Saka still trying to get up to speed, I think. You know what I mean? With what's going on. Saka is still a little bit not fully fit. I don't think Saka is still fully fit yet. You know what I mean? But I do think that he's getting there slowly but surely. Fantastic cross by Saka. You know what I mean? It was a fantastic cross. No joke about that. You know what I mean? Right on the head of Kai Havertz, who was in the perfect place to make it happen. Right? And we went up 1-0. After that, we thought that, okay, guess what? Yes, Arsenal is now 1-0 up, so we're going to go ahead and make these happen. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make it happen. But it was not so. You get what I'm saying? It was not so. We struggled to break them down. You know what I mean? We struggled to break them down. And as a result, the second half was not the same as the first half was. Jet Life in the building, Jet Life, the Masquerade was not himself. I thought he played okay. I thought he played really well. You know what I mean? I thought he played really well. He tried the overlapping thing and all of that I think he was asked to do. Because at one point, I think Masquerade was a center forward. You understand what I'm saying? So I thought he played well. He locked down his side of the defense. You know what I mean? Like Beaumont didn't have a much attack, but nevertheless, he did what he was placed there to do. And that is defend his goal. It's another clean sheet. It's another clean sheet. But before we even go into the clean sheet situation, let's talk about the controversial calls, right? From the get-go, there was a controversial call in which I think that was a penalty on Bukayo Saka. You know what I mean? A player planting his foot in front of your kick from behind. You know, that's a penalty for me. You get me? But it wasn't awarded, right? It wasn't awarded, and the game went on. You know what I mean? Controversial decision. As people keep on crying for consistency in these referees. You know what I mean? These referee decisions are horrendous, and I think they really need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? And make sense of what the situation. All right, let us understand. Let us fans and the coaching staff and everybody, because we are a part of the football game, so we do need to understand. So yes, I'm putting us fans in the same situation with the coaches and all of them, because we need to understand what we're watching as well, right? So they need to let us understand, hey, this is the rule, And this is what we're going to be looking for. This is what we're not going to be looking for. So we can make a proper assessment for ourselves. You get me? Kai Havertz. That was a penalty, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, that was a penalty. You got away with it. We got away with one, to be honest with you. We really did get away with that one. I'm grateful. You know what I mean? It's about time we get away with some shit. I'm just saying, it's about time we get away with some shit, right? Yeah, we can't just always be on the end that loses. You know what I mean? We can be on the receiving end sometime, but we can receive some favors. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but we can receive some favors sometime. And it is what it is. So Kai Havertz got away with one, and that was a lazy tackle. You know what I mean? I think the two aspects to that tackle was, one, it was pretty much top side the 18-yard box of the opposition. You know what I mean? So there's no way he could have had any serious intent. And two, it was not forceful. It was not a heavy, hard tackle. So I think those are probably some of the deciding factor in just giving him a yellow card for him to get away with it. Right? So, yeah. But as I said, consistency needs to be the key going forward. They need to go back in school, just like how these players do training. I think they need to do training too, man. Just saying, just like how these players go through intensive training, and I know the coaches go through seminars and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The referees, I don't know if they're not, you know what I mean, but they need to. They need to sit. Their job is like they're still in school, you know. They need to be having book and pens and doing exam, and you know what I mean. What happened when a high foot tackle comes in and a player from behind, or what happened when a player stamps his foot in front of a player that's about to take a shot? You know what I mean? Quiz. You get where I'm from? Quiz. You know what I mean? Them kind of something there. But yeah, the game yesterday turned out exactly how we planned it. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly how we planned it. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Come on, y'all know that's our line, right? I mean, like, yeah, we wanted to score 5 goals, but you know what I mean? 1-0 will do. You know what I mean? 1-0 means that we win and we get a clean sheet. That is fantastic for us. Another clean sheet for David Ryan. Yes, sorry, people. Another clean sheet for David Ryan. What a fantastic goalkeeper. What a guy. What a guy. You know what I mean? What a guy. I mean, like, when we bought David Raya, I mean, the scrutiny was on because we were all already in love with a keeper. You know what I mean? Of course, we were in love with Aaron Ramsey, man. Ramsdale was our hero. You know what I mean? We loved that guy. You know what I mean? We were like, yo, what Mikel Arteta doing? He's trying to bring the Spanish clan to the... I mean, like, but trust me, it was justified. This keeper is a beast. Yes, I'm saying this keeper is mean. He's not. He doesn't like conceding goals. He's dangerous. Don't get me wrong now. He is dangerous, but he's a mean keeper that does not like to concede goal, and I like it. I like it. Nikolai said, "Isn't there 2 games today?" Yes, there is 2 games today. There is 2 games today. Yeah, and we are doing the watch along for both as well. We are doing the watch along for both games today as well. Definitely. You know what I mean? So guys, make sure you are tuning in for that watch along. Remember guys, if you just joined in the stream, go ahead and hit that like button. You know what I mean? Give it a thumbs up, man. Yeah, man, do the damn thing. Hit the like button. All right? Yeah, what's the clean sheet for record for goalkeeper? You know, I've never actually checked it. David Raya is now 3 clean sheets in a row, 3 consecutive clean sheets, and is also not clean sheet, Golden Glove. He's also the Golden Glove winner of the UEFA Champions League, still with the final game to play. You know what I mean? So it's a fantastic achievement. If that doesn't make you the #1 keeper on the planet, I don't know what does. I don't know what does. You know what I mean? You don't get better than that. You get what I'm saying? You've been the best keeper in England for 3 years, and now you're the best keeper in Europe, and the stats show it. You know what I mean? And that don't make you #1. I don't know what's going on over by Spain and Spain coaches and them and their agenda. You know what I mean? And with their politics. You get me? Why David Raya is not Spain #1 keeper. I don't understand the logics behind that. That just don't make sense to me. You get me? But hey, they're doing what they're doing. They have a fantastic keeper team. So I guess if they keep a wobbly, they just don't care. Having the best keeper in the world on the bench don't make sense though. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just saying. Alex in the building. Alex, one step away from glory. Glory. Remember when we used to sing Better Days Are Coming? You know what I mean? Remember when we used to sing all these things and we used to be there just, you know what I mean? Just watching and looking at other teams and just saying, you know what I mean? When is our team going to step up and do these kind of stuff? You know what I'm saying? When are we going to come out of the shadow and actually start being the light? You get what I'm saying? It's like you're always wondering when these things gonna happen. You get me? And gradually you see steps started being taken. I think it was a risk, it was a gamble for Arsenal Football Club to hire Mikel Arteta. It was a gamble. You understand? It was a smart gamble. It turns out to be a smart gamble. You know, and I don't know if it's a gamble personally. If I was a business owner, if I would take it, I probably would because I like Mikel Arteta, and I always tell people that one of the reasons why he's successful at Arsenal is because he is from the club. You know what I mean? Arsenal is in Mikel Arteta DNA. Mikel Arteta was the captain. You know what I mean? And all of that. So I don't understand. Can I read out the what, Nicola? So Mikel Arteta was a risk, but it was a risk that was well deserved, was well taken. He took the job and he grabbed it with both hands and he moved forward. You know what I'm saying? He moved forward. COYS? Are you serious? That is not funny, Nikolai. That is not funny. But anyway, you tried. You tried. Yeah. Oh. Oh boy. Yeah. So Mikel Arteta took the job and he grabbed it with both hands and look at us now. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't been easy for him, and trust me, we've been on him. You know what I mean? We've been on him. You get me? And he's one game away from delivering. It took him a while. It took his time. I must say, it took his time. You know what I mean? He's one game away from delivering. As a matter of fact, if Bournemouth win today or draw, it is over. It's done. You know what I'm saying? It is done. So let's talk about the game. Bournemouth versus Manchester City. Not only did Manchester City went to Bournemouth and took their best player. You know what I mean? They went there and they took their best player. Right? After that, Bournemouth has become devastating because they're now 16 games unbeaten. And they're in a position that they never thought that they would have been in. You know what I mean? I don't know if I've seen themselves in the position that they are. You know what I mean? I don't know if they have visioned this or visualized it, especially when they sold Semenyo to Manchester City. You know what I mean? Maybe they thought that it would have been over, but no. Or maybe we thought that it's over for Bournemouth, they're going to get relegated now. You know what I mean? But That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. West Rowan said Arteta is good, but can be seen as a PL great. Not close. Hey, he's a young coach. His career just started. So let's see. He has time. He has time. You know what I mean? Why not? Why can't he see as a Premier League? He has time. This is his first job. He's 6 years in his career. 6 years. You know what I mean? And he's on the verge of making history for Arsenal Football Club. 6 years. He has took Arsenal Football Club back-to-back Champions League semi-final. Now we're in the final. The second time, by the way, in the history of the football club. You know what I mean? You don't tell me that this man of greatness mark all over him. Trust me, bro, he does. Give him time and let us see. How old is Arteta? Arteta is about 44. Somewhere there. He is about 44. You get me? These are what you remember, he played the game. So it's not like he started coaching when he was 30. He was a player, right? After he finished, he retired. I think he got hired as a coach at what age? About 38? 30, yeah, about 38. He got hired as a coach. You know what I mean? So that was a young coach coming into the game. You know what I'm saying? I think now he's about 44. You get me? Now he's getting a little bit more mature. You know what I mean? Nikolai says it's not even halfway through his career. Give him some time. He's going to be great. Trust me, Nikolai. He's going to be fantastic. He's going to be an awesome coach. Does Arteta stay though? I can see Cess at Arsenal next 5 seasons. I don't see Cess at Arsenal, bro. I'm not even going to lie. At least no time soon. I don't see Cess at Arsenal no time soon. No. I don't see Cess at Arsenal. It's okay when you're sitting in a small league, doing small stuff, you know what I mean, and all of that. You know what I mean? And well, he's not doing small stuff though. It's a smaller league in our eyes, but he's not doing small stuff. Cess has done a fantastic job with Cabo. You know what I mean? Taking them from nothing to something is fantastic. They're now in the big league. You know what I mean? And making waves. You know what I mean? So I can't say he is doing small stuff. He's been doing fantastic. But it's a smaller fish pond than what the Premier League will offer you. So, you know what I mean? You can stay right there and get some more experience. And you know what I mean? And try to manage his craft. You know what I mean? To step up. Yeah, sometimes it's not wise to be too hasty. You get me? It's not wise to be too hasty. If you think I'm joking, ask Xabi Alonso. You know what I mean? Ask Xabi Alonso. It's not wise to be too hasty sometimes. He left from Liverpool and straight to Real Madrid, and that never worked out. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. So, you know what I mean? Cess needs to keep on doing what he's doing. He's doing fantastic where he is. You know what I mean? But I don't think Cess can be compared to Arteta, to be honest with you. No, it's not a comparison. Not even close. You know what I mean? What you think if Arteta can't do the job, Cess will come and do it? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Yeah, so back to the Bourmouth. So Bourmouth have a fight that they need to put up today. You know what I mean? Bourmouth is 1 point away from qualifying for Europe. Right? And any aspect of Europe, that is. You get me? But are they just trying to qualify for Europe, or are they trying to qualify for the Champions League? Because they still can. If Bournemouth win this game and cement that 6th spot, they can qualify for the Champions League if Aston Villa go ahead and win the Europa League. If Aston Villa go ahead and win the Europa League, Bournemouth can qualify for the Champions League. So they should be ambitious. You know what I mean? Why not? They lost their best player and then they went on a 16-game unbeaten run. That's where they're at now. Look where it took them. You know what I mean? They're on the verge of creating history themselves for their club. And why not create history against the team that's supposed to be the best in the world or the best in the league? You know what I mean? With the best manager in the league, why not go ahead and create history against a team like this? Why not go ahead and create history? You know what I mean? For yourself as well. You took this team from nothing. No real ambition of qualifying for Champions League or anything like that. And look at you now. why not put yourself, Ariola, on the market the right way? Because I don't think you have a club yet. You announced that you're leaving Bournemouth at the end of the season, right? And I don't think you have gotten any offers yet, or you probably haven't gotten any offers that you like. You know what I mean? You probably haven't got any offers that you like. So why not put yourself on the market by going up against the best coach in the world and making a statement? Why not? You get what I'm saying? Jardy in the building. Big up, Jardy. Big up, Jardy. Right now, maybe, but careers are at different stage. Cess will eclipse Arteta. I don't think so. I don't think so. Cess and Arteta is about the same age. They are the same age group. So I don't understand what careers at different age. They are about the same age group. So they're pretty much on par in everything what's going on. And for two persons that are the same age, they are at different levels in their career. And Arteta is way above Cess. So I don't see how we eclipse Arteta. No. No. West Rod, what team you support? Sorry. Big up Jordy in the building. Big up Jordy. West Rod says 6-1 get Champions League. Villa have to finish 5th for that, and they are on for 4th. Let me see the table. Okay, yeah. So 5th with 5th. It's a 5th. It's 5th. So Bournemouth. Yeah, I think 5 teams qualify for the Champions League this season. Of course, 5 teams automatically qualify for the Champions League this season, right? Liverpool is in 5th place, qualifies for the Champions League because of Arsenal and the Champions League situation, right? So Liverpool in 5th place qualifies. Does Liverpool? Yeah, I think they qualify for the Champions League, right? So 1 to 5 automatically qualify for the Champions League this season. Now Villa is in 4th. If Villa win the UEFA Champions League, that takes them out. And I think if Arsenal win if Villa win the Europa League, that takes them out. And I think if Arsenal win the Champions League, that takes them out too. So you might have I need to read up on this some more. I'm not sure. I don't think we're ever in this position for me to think about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I need to read up on it some more. Okay. So I said they don't, but if they win the UEFA and finish 5th, that's how 6 get the Champions. Okay, understood that. Understood. So they have to be in 5th place. So they have to be where Liverpool's at. That's why that game was so important for Liverpool to beat them. Okay, understood. Yeah, so where we're at. Jordan said it will only take Cess if he becomes Arteta assistant coach and develop under him. Cess is too good for assistant. That's a fact. Bournemouth can catch us, but to have win both. So you are a Liverpool fan. Liverpool. Oh, got you right up there. Liverpool fan. Big up yourself. Understood. Arsenal is not common. If he wants to be the manager of Arsenal FC, he needs to humble himself. Arteta has been in this league challenging managers like Pep and Klopp for this title, and that's a fact. It's not the same. It's a different ball game. You know what I mean? People looking at Arteta, and because he has a little struggle sometimes and this and that, it's Arteta for a non-experienced coach to come in this league and do what he's doing. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. You know what I mean? Arteta has been fantastic, and yes, he hasn't won us any trophy, any major trophy yet. You know what I mean? We might do that today. Yes, we might do that today. You know, hey, I'm looking forward to the games later, man. West Row said Brentford was in a position when they were 6 that it would have benefited them to let Liverpool beat them. Big game tomorrow. I hope Bourmouth does us the favor. Well, where are you? Where are you, Neil? Because that game is today. That game is today. That game is like in what, 5-6 hours? Yeah, that game is today, man. You're still in Monday? So are you still in Monday? Let me know if you're still in Monday. Oh, it's midnight. Yeah, it's midnight, it's the next day already then. So you're gonna have that game early in the morning for you then. Damn. Damn. Oh, so the game is on Wednesday for you. So you are already Tuesday. In the future. Yeah, in the future. Okay, so are you gonna leave it without having a club set for him already? You know what I mean? Is that confidence or what? I think that he needs to put himself in the market properly. And the win against Manchester City will be one of the biggest ways in doing so. You know what I mean? Yes. If he wins this game tonight, I think his signature will be sought at very, very much. You know what I mean? Who knows? Who knows? West Row, you might even take the Liverpool job. You know what I mean? Because y'all need a coach. Y'all need a coach, so you know what I mean? Who knows? But Pep is leaving. Ariola is leaving. What a fantastic showdown this should be, or this could be, or it's going to be, right? Two managers that have done fantastic for their respective clubs. Pep has won over 20 titles in 10 years. I didn't check on how long Ariola is there because actually he just started come to the forefront this season in people's eyes based on the fantastic job that he's doing at Bournemouth. You know what I mean? But I think he's been there 3 years. 3 years, yeah, right. You know what I mean? And he has brought this club to people highs. People are not acknowledging Bournemouth. Arsenal is sitting here hoping that Bournemouth win so they can win the title. So Bournemouth is now being acknowledged because of this coach. You know what I mean? They could play Champions League football. You know what I mean? If not, they're definitely going to play some European football. Never been done before in the history of this Bournemouth club. Never been done. So there's a lot right here riding on this one game, especially for the coach himself that announced that he is leaving. You know what I mean? Pep is leaving. You know what I'm saying? So would it be fun to be probably the last person, because he's going to beat Aston Villa. I know Pep is going to beat Aston Villa. Wouldn't it be fun for you to be the last coach to beat Pep in the Premier League? Would it be fun? Think about it. The last manager to beat Pep Guardiola in the Premier League. That's an achievement by itself. You know what I mean? And might be, if he retires, then it's the last manager to beat him before he retires. You know what I mean? Because we don't know what Pep is going to do after this. You get me? Wouldn't that be something? That would be fantastic. So why not make yourself, cement yourself in some form of history in the game? Make sure when time people type in, who was the last manager to beat Pep Guardiola in the Premier League? Your name comes up. Why not have such an accolade to your name? You can do it. I believe that Bournemouth can do it. 16 games unbeaten. You know what I mean? Vying for a spot in Europe. You know what I mean? That's some achievement, man. You know what I mean? You need to keep on pressing on, keep on pushing, keep on making something happen. You know what I'm saying? Keep on doing it. This chat's trying to run away, leave me. So let me catch up with some of you guys. Arsenal should be proud. A title is a title, and nothing against you yourself. I just want to see Arsenal a few more titles than top Arteta up there as a great. I don't think we've ever said that Arteta is a great. I think we said that he's on his way to greatness, and we're talking about Arteta and Cesc Fabregas. He's a better coach than Cesc Fabregas. That's what I think we're saying. You know what I mean? Nobody has Arteta as a great. He's a good coach. He has potential. He has all of this. He has this sky for his ceiling. You know what I mean? But we did not say Arteta is a great. We did not say that. You know what I mean? But he has the potential to be a great coach. And I think he will be. All right? Anyone but Slot at this rate. But Pep is a tactician at great that need tweak. Liverpool need a what? Klopp square rebuild. I love Arteta. He has been amazing, but these 1-0s are killing my nerves, people. I think it's killing all of us nerves, man. I think when I read out the comment last night on the live that the owners were saying, you know what I mean, and the owners are backing, you know what I mean, owners are giving a lot of vibe, you know what I mean, that they're willing to put in or put their money where their mouth is for this team, you know what I mean. I think persons, the owners, when I say persons, the owners are realizing the potential that this team have or how far this team can actually go. And in doing so, in backing them, they can achieve the unthinkables. You know what I mean? We probably cannot be invincible, but invincibles. You know what I'm saying? If we are backed the right way. You get me? Arteta is gaining experience the more he goes on. You know what I mean? He's correcting some of his mistakes already in games and all of that. The other day when they sub on Zolmendi against West Ham and then sub the sub. You know what I mean? That wasn't easy. That wasn't easy, but that was understanding your mistake and willing to fix it right there and then. You know, so as Neil say, Arteta is doing amazing, and these victories are fantastic. But winning by these 1-0 victory, it's not good for my heart, man. It's not good for my heart. No. You know, I mean, the 1-0 victory is not ideal. It's great for us to win the league if we win the league with them. You know what I mean? But it's not ideal for Arsenal football fans' health. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We're squeezing too much toes and biting too much nails and, you know what I mean? Just too much going on in the world of these 1-0 victories. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Talking from painful experience earliest, you can win it, the better. Strange things can happen. Last game, hey, I'm not trying to go to the last game of the season, West, I am not trying to go to the last game of the season. I am a Bournemouth fan today, people. For today, when Bournemouth kicked that first ball off against Manchester City, I am a Bournemouth fan. I'm sorry. I only support one team, but for 90 minutes, I'm going to be a Bournemouth fan. Yeah. So I'm not trying to take this to you know what I mean? Hopefully Bournemouth can do us a favor. You know what I mean? Bournemouth, do us a favor, man. If you do us a favor, we loan your player. Yeah, do us a favor and we loan you each and one year. Yeah, we get a season-long loan for each and one year. What y'all say? Yeah? Ain't that a good deal? We need Bournemouth to win this game, not only for us, but also for themselves. Teresa in the building. Big up yourself, Teresa. Arsenal can't battle this. I haven't heard that, but Teresa, to be honest with you, I've not seen that word on this channel for a long time. For about 3 weeks now. Nobody dared to type that word inside this chat. You know what I mean? Yeah. For about 3 to 4 weeks now, nobody typed that word battle inside this chat. You know what I mean? But you haven't been here for that long. That's the thing. You see? Yeah. And I mean, the growth and the maturity that is going on is different. This Arsenal team is doing what they need to do, and these fans are acknowledging that. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy, right? Because trust me, before that, that word used to be the highlight of everything that was going on. Bottle this, bottle that, but I couldn't even drink a bottle of water on the stream because of these guys. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even drink a bottle of water on the street because of these people. You know what I mean? Riley drinking a bottle of water. You see bottle drop. Oh, come on, man. It's been crazy, crazy, crazy. We have defied all the odds. Look at where we are now. You know what I mean? We have given control to Manchester City. Sorry, and they have given it back to us. Now all we need to do is just pull through. Just do the thing. Just go all the way. That's it. That's it. Bournemouth is 16 games unbeaten. You know what I mean? They just need 1 point. They don't even have to win enough. They just need 1 point and they qualify for some European competition. 1 point. Why wait until the last season? The last season can be very unpredictable, as West say. You know what I mean? Don't wait for the last season to try and get a 1 point. Get that today. Get that today. You're doing yourself a favor. Along you did yourself a favor. Arsenal gone gain from it. You know what I mean? If Bournemouth win that game today, I'm partying, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm partying. I'm busting a bottle of champagne or something. Something bursting up in this. You know what I mean? Something bursting up in this. I should have a bottle of champagne ready for that, you know. I should have a bottle of champagne ready for that. Yeah, man, something bursting up in this if Bournemouth made that, man. You know what I mean? The party starts today if Bournemouth pull that off. No joke about it, but yeah. Arteta is a top 3 manager in the world. I'm not sure if he reaches. Well, if he wins the Champions League, we can have that conversation. You know what I mean? If he wins the Champions League, we can have that conversation because you have Pep, you have the brother of PSG, you have Hansi Flick over there, so that's winning trophies. You have a lot of managers that can put in the conversation. You know what I mean? So if Arteta win the Premier League and the Champions League, that conversation can be justified. But right now, I think it's a bit premature because he hasn't won anything really to be put in that category. You know what I mean? To be honest. No chance Arsenal, that word again. No chance Arsenal, that word on the last day. You know, that word again. You know what I mean? Yeah. The last day, I don't know. I might stop watching football completely. It will be too much for me. No joke. No joke. Bro, as I said, we've been here. I'm encouraged, you know. Let me tell you why I'm encouraged. Manchester City took away the league from us 2 years ago, I think, when we first attempted to do it. 3 years ago when we first attempted to do it. They took it over. And that was about 5 games in or 7 games in or something like that. They took it over and they run with it. We are down to the last game this time around. We've stuck in it. You know what I mean? We've ride out the wave. The negative was coming. Trust me, the negativities was coming. But we are still here. You know what I mean? We surrender the lead, we gain it back. And now we're looking at 1 game. 1 more 1-0 will do it for me. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if we are 2 and then we can defend our 2-0. But trust me, I'm not looking for us to give up this position that we're in. We are 1 game away. Everybody is 1 game away from doing this. You know what I'm saying? We got to make it happen. We got to do the damn thing. We've been through a lot this season, you know. We've been through a lot this season. It's not been easy. It's not been easy. But we are where we are because we deserve to be here. We work our socks off. It's not always pretty. Nobody said football is beautiful all the time. You know what I mean? Back in the days when they used to say, oh, Arsenal don't have guts. Arsenal don't know how to win. You know what I mean? You can't always win pretty. Y'all remember them days? When these same pundits now that are talking Arsenal playing ugly football is not attractive. They're the same one that used to say Arsenal don't have no steel. They have to learn to win ugly sometimes. Now Arsenal is winning ugly and they take out the win out of it and just stick with the ugly. Come on, man. Y'all need to do better than that. Y'all have to do better than that. Now let him go to the last day of the season. I want these players to grow some balls and get the job done. No, Jordan. No. I'm not with you on that. No. It's not affecting them only. It's affecting me too. The last day of the season? No. I want to relax on the last day. You know what I mean? I want to see him throwing some players when I get the game time on the last day of the season because it's already done. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and worry about nothing. Nothing. As much as it sounds enticing for us to have a nail biting, probably next season we can have a nail biting season when we already won a league after 22 years. But with our league title on the line, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. After 22 years, I do not want to do that. My voice is going. Yes, after 22 years, I don't want to do that. I'm not even going to lie to you. Not even going to lie to you. Man up and win against Palace in a high-pressure game. Don't rely on anyone for favors. Hey, guess what? We're going to still win against Palace, but we want to do it in a more relaxing atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Nope. No high pressure, nothing. Jordan, no, I'm not done with that. Next year after we got this one, exactly. When we get the one the next year, then we can do something. We can do that. You know what I mean? Jacob Karan. Jacob said subscribe. Appreciate the subscription, Jacob. Welcome to the family, bro. Welcome to the family. No, I'm not premature. I don't think Ansel Flake and these other managers are better there. Well, it's not. The better comes from the title that they're showing. You know what I mean? Arteta has no title to show. So we cannot really put him in that category. And that's a fact. You know what I mean? Arteta is my manager. I've always said that. You know what I mean? I've never backed away from that. I love Arteta for Arsenal because he has the DNA of Arsenal Football Club inside of him. And I think that's where Manchester United gone and did it and succeed as well when they hired Michael Carrick. When you have somebody that loves the club, that has played for the club, that understands the passion of the club, that understands the fans, you know what I mean, that know what the club about. You know what I'm saying? When you have a person like that, it's a feeling they don't want to lose. They want to grow with this club. You know what I mean? This is not just a job for Arteta. You know what I'm saying? It's not just him being the manager for Arsenal. You know what I mean? It's him being the manager for Arsenal. Being Arsenal himself. You know what I'm saying? It's not just trying to get a paycheck. It's life for him. You know what I mean? Everything. He puts everything in this because of the love and the passion that he has, not only for the game, but also for this football club. And that's the reason why you're getting results. That's the reason why Michael Carrick went to Manchester United and produced results. He's producing results from players that the other coach didn't even want to play. He's producing results because he knows the heart of the club and he knows the players that suits the style of the club. Mano is a Manchester United academy player. Therefore, he's going to play with everything inside of him to make sure that this club or his club achieve what they need to achieve. You get me? And players like that was being benched, was being tossed aside. You understand? So, as I said, my thing is Arteta is a part of Arsenal, has been a part of Arsenal. He was a captain of Arsenal. You get me? And he deserved to be the coach of Arsenal right now. The manager, of Arsenal right now. I back Arteta 100%. You know what I mean? I do back him 100%. People ask me, if he don't win anything, do you think he should leave? That's a conversation that we can have at the end of the season. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm fully Arteta. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Jardy, you know that, right? You know that. You've been knowing that. So we've been having this discussion, you know what I mean? From your Arteta out poster, you know what I mean, to you having all Arsenal badge up again. Now you have the players. So yeah. Jacob said, I'm a converted former United fan. You are converted. What you convert to? What's the conversion? You're an Arsenal fan now? That's what you're saying? Don't think having the experience of winning on the final day will calm the team in future. So I don't future we will know even down to the last game we can win. Hey, Manchester City with their first cycle, I think it was on the last game. I think it was on the last kick with Sergio Aguero, right? I think that was their first cycle, if my mind serves me right. You know what I mean? And they have gone on to do great stuff after that. You know what I mean? They have hired some top managers after that, and they have won a lot. We're not Manchester City. Okay? I don't want to do nothing like Manchester City. I want us to win that title today. If Bournemouth can win their game, I will be greatly appreciated. If Bournemouth can win their game and cement themselves, Ariola will cement himself and try to get a good job. You know what I'm saying? A fantastic job. Who knows? He can take over for Unai Emery. And Unai Emery don't make no sense. Him only can win Europa League. People want to win bigger than that. You know what I mean? It's a Unai Emery thing. Yeah. He said, I prefer the learn to finish the competition 5 to 10 points in front and demolish competition. Better for the nerves. That's it. That's a key word. The nerves. Brother, we need to keep our nerves. You ever see some people when they reach up in the age, them walk and them shake like this and that. That's nerves. Keep your nerves firm. You understand me say? Yeah, man, we can't make Arsenal come rock up our nerves and when we reach that age where it's shake. Every time somebody mention, hey, y'all remember when Arsenal carried the game to the last kick of the game? You start shaking. You know what I mean? As soon as you remember that situation, you get nerves problem. Start shaking. No. We're not trying to get the nerves problem over here. We're all right. We're all right. We can win the thing today and feel all right about it if Bournemouth can do the thing. As me said, go Bournemouth. Go Cherries. I for the go to do say for cherry tree about a cherry and decorate in there with beer cherries. Yeah, man, we are Bournemouth fans today, man. That is it. I'm allowed to be a different fan for one time. You know what I mean? One important day. And it's today. I'm going to be supporting Bournemouth for 90 plus minutes. Okay? Yes. By the way, guys, we're doing the watch along. Yeah, we're doing the day thing. We are doing the watch along. So we will be on later on again. And we're starting from the Tottenham and Chelsea game. Can we ever mention that either? We haven't even mentioned Tottenham and Chelsea game. And it's also a very important game. It is also a very, very important game. Right? Remember, I said Chelsea just hire Alonso, top manager. You know what I mean? In a fragile club. So let's see if Chelsea love to follow Arsenal blueprint, you know. You know what I mean? Chelsea love to follow Arsenal blueprint. From Arsenal building from young players, Chelsea building from young players. Arsenal got hire Arteta. Chelsea went and hired his best friend, growing up. You understand what I'm saying? Chelsea is like just a little follow fashion monkey. You understand me, I say? Yeah, but Xabi Alonso is the new manager. Get it right, because he's not a coach. Everybody else that was at Chelsea was a coach. Mertesacker was a coach. You know what I mean? So is Mertesacker a juvenile? All right. Xabi Alonso is the new manager for Chelsea Football Club. All right? Yeah. He's the new manager for Chelsea Football Club. Right? And I think it's a start, or I think the thing about it is this: Chelsea has started again so many times. You know what I mean? And I think they're going to have to start again. Because a lot of these players, I don't think fit Xabi Alonso on his system. You know what I mean? So they're going to have to get in players, number one. Number two, they're going to have to get in some more experienced players. You get what I'm saying? Because they have a young team. And they need experience, just like Arteta had to do. Arteta, young team needed experience. So he has to start buying older players, experienced players. You know what I mean? And get a mixture of experience and youth. You know what I mean? And this is the result where we are now. And it didn't come overnight. You know what I mean? It did not come overnight. It didn't take 1 year or 2 years to materialize to where it is. It took some time. Right? It took some time. So Xavi Alonso have that same decision and that same journey. I mean, like he has already been coaching. Arteta wasn't coaching yet. You know what I mean? But he has already been coaching. He already have connections. He already, you know what I mean, have experience. So it might take him a shorter time. He might already know what he need to do, and he can do it at a faster pace as well. Remember, I said Chelsea have money to burn as well. You know? Chelsea have money to burn as well because remember, I said them have one more Browning go up. They have a lot more Browning go up. So they have money can burn as well. You understand what I'm saying? So it might take him a shorter time if he's up for the task. What am I thinking about this situation with Chelsea is, to me, Xabi Alonso jump out of the frying pan and jump straight in the fire. Because the dressing room at Chelsea and Real Madrid to me is the same. These players run the club. Yes, I'm saying these players run the club. No joke. What these players say goes. Yes, I'm saying that's the reason why the owners don't want to give the coaches the coaches this manager status. They don't want to. Because they want to make sure that their players have says and they can fire coaches at will, you know what I mean, and so forth. But Xabi Alonso is a little bit different. He's not a coach, he's a manager. So he will have talks in everything that goes on at the club, which is fantastic news for him. I think that's the only way he took the job anyway. You know what I mean? It's not fun, you being a puppet. Because that's what you are if you can't make decisions and stuff that needs to be done. You are a coach, you want to change players, you know the system that you want to play, you have a player in your brain, and you can't go to the owner and say, yo, buy me this player. You know what I mean? You need to be able to go and say, yo, buy me this player. Why not? You know what I mean? Let the pressure be on you. You get me? Let the pressure be on you. You're firing all these coaches when the players that are failing are players that you bought, not the coaches. But you bought these players and expect the coaches to use them in their system. Not your system, you know, their system. Don't you think the coaches know better about their system than you? I'm just saying. But yeah, Xabi Alonso is a new manager for Chelsea Football Club. So I'm looking forward to this. This battle between the aces. You know what I mean? Between the friends, Xavi and Pep. Just like I've been looking forward to the battle between the teacher and the student. You know what I'm saying? Been looking forward to the battle between the teacher and the student. The relationship between Pep and Xavi, I don't know. I'm not Xavi. Between Pep and Arteta seems to not look so well to me. You know what I mean? Outside the public eye, we don't know how things are between them. You know what I mean? But they don't look so close no more to me. You understand? They're rivals now, and I understand that. So they probably just behaving like rivals when they're in the public eyes. Who knows? But they don't look that close-knit to me, like, you know what I mean? Like before. And I don't know why you can't be rivals and be friends. I hope Xavi and Arteta friendship even get better. You know what I mean? So that their rivalry can get better. You know what I mean? I don't think we could get it better than these people. I don't know if anybody feeling what I'm feeling from this rivalry. I mean, like Chelsea, Xavi, Arsenal, Arteta. People, we feel excited about next season. You know? I think next season gonna be fun. You know what I mean? Neil said, I've been waiting all my life for this one. Get this trophy at any means possible. Just City will win, so don't want fans to get their hopes up. We should start looking to Palace, encourage the players to finish the job. I really don't. I'm not with. I think Bournemouth can do a job. I honestly think that. Can't wait for this competition next year. New coaches everywhere. It's gonna be interesting for sure. It is gonna be interesting for sure. You know what I mean? It is definitely going to be interesting. I'm looking forward. I don't think I've ever been so excited for a Premier League season. I'm excited for next year. You know what would make next year so great? If they will get rid of club and put a nice young coach there as well to match the energy of everybody else. I think it will be nice. I'm not a Liverpool fan, so I honestly don't really care. You know what I mean? But I'm just talking about the excitement of the league right now. You know what I mean? These young coaches are energetic. They're full of energy. They're full of vibes. They want to do the thing. You know what I mean? They're going at it. They're going hard for it. You know what I mean? They want to be recognized. They're pushing these players. You get me? Yeah, man. Things don't look bad. Things look good pan that hand. Yes, I'm saying things look good pan that hand. And they came in the bit and they were a big man. All right, brother, fire. I guess you're talking about the setup, eh? I guess you're talking about the setup. What's up, man? What's up? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. We're right here doing the thing, man. Y'all know. Y'all know. You get me? Guys, don't forget, we're doing the watch along later on. Anyway, we're still not talking about the Chelsea and the Tottenham game. So Chelsea and Tottenham are playing. So Chelsea just get the new coach. Do you think these players want to make sure? Because, of course, we're going to start watch. No joke. Xavi is going to be watching the games now and we're going to analyze. And, you know what I mean? He probably watched Arsenal Chelsea team already a while now. So, yeah, he probably know what I want. But now that the coaches, the team knows that this man is a coach, you know what I mean? And he might do a local speech already, he might not. And them know what he's going to look forward to. Them are going to start playing some football now because guess what? Xavi don't look like he's a nonsense coach to me now. You know what I mean? And I think that's the reason why Real Madrid never work out field. Because Real Madrid them don't like rules and them don't like discipline. I don't know how them going to manage with Jose Mourinho. I don't know how is it they're going to manage with Jose Mourinho. Because Jose Mourinho is a non-nonsense coach. And I guess that's the reason why they probably hire him anyway. You know what I mean? To put some discipline with them bunch of unruly children that were Real Madrid have. Because them the picture there over Real Madrid. Because that's what they are right now. They're being like a bunch of kids. Those children over Real Madrid that claim that they're football players, they're not going to win nothing with them, the attitude. Those attitudes are not going to win shit. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why they have to have a firm leader to bring some stability back to that club. It's a huge club. Everybody knows. Real Madrid's statue is a giant. You know what I mean? And you can't have players downgrading the club. You know what I mean? Because I don't think shit of Real Madrid right now because of the players that they have. To be honest with you, I don't think shit of them right now because of the player that they have. So they need to do better. You know what I mean? Too much egos. These players, if they're not, you should have a standard as a club. You should have things that you're looking forward to. You should have a way of life. You know what I mean? You should have a way of life. You get me? These Real Madrid players, they don't know the Real Madrid way of life. You know what I'm saying? And they should. They should. Look at the Zidans. Look at the David Beckhams. Look at the Roberto Carlos. Look how these people carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Cristiano Ronaldo. Look at the Ricardo Kakas. Look at the Mesut Ozil. Look at all of these players, the way of life. There's a certain standard. You're supposed to be a certain way. You know what I mean? They're downgrading the club, man. And you know what I mean? And it's all the owners because they give these players too much power. You get me? They give them too much power. So anyway, I wasn't meant to go there. Real Madrid just kind of upset me right now. Yeah. So, that's the situation. Even my train of thought gone. I see that. Anyway, whenever you train of thought gone, you can always jump to your community. Yeah, you can always jump to your community. And they say, oh, good. Watch the match. Ain't it? Wasn't a good performance, but but you got the win. Hey, that's all we really ask for them right now. We just need the win, man. We just need the. It was a good first half performance, though, Andy. To be honest, it was a good first half performance. You know what I mean? The second half was calculated. We realized that we weren't going to score no more goals, so we decided that we ain't going to let no goals score on us. You know what I mean? So it's all about game management after that. You know what I mean? All right, boys, got to get some sleep. See you on the live. Come on, bourmouth. Come on, you Gunners. That is it. That is it. Big up yourself. Neil, big up yourself. Appreciate. Guys, please remember to like the channel once you jump in the stream, all right? And if you're new, hit the subscription button, man. Yeah, man. Hit the subscription button if you're new over here. You know what I mean? We welcome you. The community welcome you. We will be doing a live stream again. Look more. Yeah, man. Later on, we will be doing a live stream again. We actually bringing the games. Yeah, we're bringing the games later on, people. So make sure you are tuning to the live streams later on. Watch along it is. You know, we're gonna watch and we're gonna chat along and we're gonna laugh along too. You know what I mean? We're gonna do a lot alongs. So yeah, join us and be a part of what we have going on. Our goal was good. Yeah, our goal was good. Avers is good for that, you know. You know what I mean? Avers is good for that. That's the reason why Avers was in the team, because Bourmouth was always going to low block us. We know that. So we need somebody that have that kind of presence, aerial and in and around the box. You know what I mean? Yeah, and we needed to score 2 goals, something like that early, so we could open up that defense, so we could put on Victor Yakers to finish him. But it never worked out like that. You know what I mean? It never worked out like that. You're going to watch the City match later? Definitely, Andy. Definitely. We're doing a watch along right here, so join us. Join us. We're watching along right here. We're doing both the Tottenham and the City game later on. We got to. We're 18 along. It's a lot along. We're watching along. We're laughing along. We're 18 along. We're doing it, man. We're doing it. It's a me too. Yeah, man. Join the stream later on and be a part of what we have going on. You know what I mean? Be a part of what's going on. Tottenham people. Very important game for Tottenham later on. Don't forget. This is a very, very important game for Tottenham later on. Tottenham can win this game later on and just don't have to worry about relegation. But if Tottenham lose, if Tottenham lose this game later on, a trouble. If Tottenham lose this game later on, it's going to be a problem. I don't think Tottenham going to win their game against Everton. No, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So Tottenham game is against Everton next. After this game, right? Who is West Ham playing? Let me see who West Ham playing. West Ham playing Leeds. And West Ham is at home. That's the important part about West Ham. West Ham game is at home. Now, what the next important part about the scenario is Tottenham game is at home. That's not good news for Tottenham, you know. That is not good news for Tottenham. And why is it good news for Tottenham? Because Everton is a better team on the road. Everton is a better team on the road. So Tottenham being at home is not good news for Tottenham at all. You know what I'm saying? Everton is a devastating team on the road. Dennis Bergkamp in the building. Just ordered my 2026-27 Arsenal kit. Yeah, fine, nice. That kit just got out. Are you already on it? That's sweet. Sweet. Yeah, so it's going to be a very, very interesting one. You know what I mean? This Tottenham and Chelsea game. You know what I mean? I don't know if Tottenham's still rocking a lot of injuries. You know what I mean? I know Chelsea rocking confidence right now. You know what I mean? They're rocking confidence right now. Do I see this Tottenham team beating Chelsea? You know what I mean? That's the thing. Does this Tottenham team beat Chelsea team? Where is this game playing? This game is playing at Stamford Bridge. So this game is at the Bridge. Actually, it's a Manchester City game playing first. Why do I always think that it was a Spurs game played first? It's a Manchester City game first. The Spurs game is last. Okay. So we ain't gonna have no halftime break on this channel, because halftime is when Spurs game is starting. So yeah, we're gonna have a full day, people, full stream. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all come out and support the thing. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all come out and support the thing. So yeah, that's us in a nutshell. That's us in a nutshell. You guys have been fantastic, you know. You know what I mean? You guys have turned up, you guys have shown up. You know what I mean? You guys have always support. As I said, you guys like the channel, all right? Make sure y'all liking the channel. If you guys are
This is a reminder. Stabilize the water.
Alex says telling me to stabilize my fish tank water. Okay, Alex, yeah, we heard. Thank you. We're gonna do with the fish tank when we're done. Yeah. So yeah, the Spurs game is the last one, and the Bournemouth game, a Manchester City game is the first one. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna have a full afternoon. We ain't gonna get no break. Normally we have a halftime break, but the Spurs game is starting, will be going on when halftime for Manchester City. So it's right through for us. You know what I mean? We're doing it all the way. All the way. Hope we're entertained. You know what I mean? Hope we're entertained. I fully want to be entertained today. You get me? I fully want to be entertained today. I'd rather take a Bournemouth victory than entertainment still, but you know what I mean? If we can get both, then we'll be fantastic and fine. You know what I mean? We will be fine. But yeah, should be some interesting game today. Should very much be some interesting game today. So remember, yeah, we're doing the watch along. So you think Slot should get sacked or just walk away from pool? I don't think he should get sacked, man. I think he should walk away. He has won them a title. I mean, he has won them a title. At the end of the day, it's not. There's no fans. The fans are not with Slot. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to choose for your career. His career is taking a beat in any which way you take it. You know what I mean? His career is taking a beat. You know what I mean? If he stays, he's getting beat bad. If he walk away, he gonna get beat bad. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Liverpool fans are not feeling him right now, for sure. You know what I mean? They're not feeling him right now. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to feel him when you win the league, run away with the league, and then you didn't even defend your league. You know what I mean? It just shows that you inherit a team that was fantastic already. And when you put your own style on it, you know what I mean, you can do nothing. You know what I mean? You can do nothing. And they said true, but he's lost the dressing room and fans. That's what I'm saying. The dressing room and fans is no longer with him. So any which way you take it is getting beat. You know what I mean? He's getting beat. Yeah, so I'm saying when you lose the fans, it's like you lose 90% of the football club. Yeah, so I'm saying you lose a lot. And to lose the dressing room as well, it's like a no-win situation for you. You get me? So I don't know. He say he's staying, so I don't think he has any intention of leaving. You know what I mean? I honestly don't think he has any intention of leaving. So let's see what he's cooking up. Let's see how he plans to recover. You know what I mean? Let's see how he plans to recover. It's not going to be easy. You know what I mean? I think Liverpool will put some more money in him. You know what I mean? And all of that. But you can see that his football is not working out right now. So yeah, let's see. It will be it will, as I said, we can have our eyes on him. I think Liverpool will stick with him, especially because now they let Alonso go to Chelsea. You know what I mean? He would have been the ideal candidate. Liverpool fans would have been patient with Alonso. Trust me, Liverpool fans would have been patient with Alonso. I don't think Chelsea fans are going to. You know what I mean? But Liverpool fans would have been patient with Alonso and they would have given him time. As long as they're seeing something to give him time for. You know what I mean? Summer transfer should see, yeah, they're going to back him, man. They are going to back him. You know what I mean? Because Liverpool need a couple of defenders. They do need a couple of defenders. So I see them backing him. No joke about it. I see them backing him. I think he will get the financial backing of the owners. Will he do anything though? I don't know, man. I'm just not really feeling Slot football right now. I'm not feeling Slot football. No joke. You know what I mean? Yeah, Slot football is not really interesting. You get me? So we will just have to see. Definitely have to see what's up with that. I'm looking at the comments, lots of comments, and I realize that most of the persons are on the short stream. Almost everybody's on the short stream. So we stream two ways now, guys. We stream both vertical and horizontal. So any which one it goes on to is the same stream. So you know what I mean, y'all can just lock into anyone. And they said me either, bro. Yeah, I don't see no way slot. I don't know, man. It's just not visible to me right now. What's going on with him? He lacks energy, he lacks presence. You know what I mean? It seems like he doesn't have any ideas either. You know what I mean? There's nothing fun about him right now. There's nothing fun about his football. There's nothing fun about Liverpool, to be honest with you right now. And that's all because of slot. You get where I'm coming from? That's all because of slot. So yeah. I don't know why they didn't change. I don't know why. I don't know. They'll probably see something that nobody else does. You know what I mean? They'll probably see something that nobody else does. But it's been a rough journey for him. And it's going to probably continue to be a rough journey for him. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going to probably continue being a rough journey for him, to be honest with you. As I said, keep on saying, I think the league is getting better. You know what I mean? The small teams are now competing on the big scales. You know what I mean? These young managers are here and they want to achieve. They're not here to play dumb. And they're not here to make up numbers. Gone are those days. You know what I mean? When they're here to play dumb or to make up numbers. They're here to compete. That's what they're doing. And you can see that in their performance. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you can see that in their performance. So don't feel like, hey, it's done. No, it's not. Yeah, so all at a team we have vibrant and energetic young coaches. You get me? And I know the rest is going to learn because now jobs are opening up and jobs are flipping around, and these vibrant and energetic young coach can look at the scenario and they can say to themselves, hey, yeah, I can get that job now if I perform well. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can make that happen now if I can perform well. You know what I mean? I know these coaches are looking and being ambitious. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer a situation where they're looking and say, oh, you know what? That job is out of my league. If you perform, you can and you will. Performance, that's what everybody's looking for right now, performance. You get me? So, yeah, go ahead, man, and do the damn thing. You know what I mean? Performance, do your best. Guys, remember, like the stream, please. Like the stream. If you just joined the stream, go ahead and like the stream. You know what I mean? We appreciate it sincerely. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe to the thing. Blue Mint said, can Arsenal win UEFA Champions League or not? I don't want to see PSG win it. I think Arsenal is the best team to win the UEFA Champions League, to be honest with you. If you look at, all right, let's go back to when PSG beat Inter Milan last season. You realize that Inter Milan was playing out of character, right? Inter Milan was playing like they're Barcelona. And they were punished for it. And they tried to attack and they were open up for it. That's not their style of play. You know what I'm saying? Look at fast forward and look at PSG beating Bayern Munich. It was blow for blow. It was blow for blow. The game was exciting and all of that because these two teams are two attacking teams. You get me? They were trading punches for punches. Now, what's going to happen when the teams are balanced on two opposite sides? They are balanced. One is a balanced team going forward. One is a balanced team defense. You know what I mean? Then you're going to see a more complete clash. You get me? You're going to see a more complete clash. So I do think that this Arsenal team is I think this final is the best final. You know what I mean? And I do think Arsenal will win the UEFA Champions League. You know what I mean? I do think that we will win it. You get me? Are you Jamaican or Guyanese? Come on, man. Guyanese accents are different. Way, way different. But you probably don't know still. How about Jamaican? Yeah, I'm Jamaican. PSG fans are the worst. I don't know about them. I just know that we Arsenal fans want this more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're hype. Come on, man. PSG is a money club. PSG is a money club. They have money to burn. You know what I mean? And when you have money, just like Manchester City and them, you are going to be hype. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course you're going to be hype. Manchester City, the Chelsea, PSG, Real Madrid. You know what I mean? Y'all are always going to be hype because guess what? We don't have money to burn. You know what I mean? But guess what? All the club got to do is just humble them. That's it. You know what I mean? Dembele is PR merchant. Well, he makes himself that way. You can't take away nothing from Dembele, you know. You know what I mean? Because remember, he was at Barcelona and he was going through what he was going through in Barcelona team. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Can't take away nothing from Dembele. Somebody got to be the PR merchant. Just like Saka is our star boy. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. Whiskey General, Jamaica all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. That is it. PSG think they're French, Barcelona, or Bayern. Well, they do play beautiful football, though. I ain't gonna lie. You can't take away that from them. They do play beautiful football. You know what I mean? So you have to give them that. You get me? They have the money to hire top coaches, and they have the money to lure top football players. So, you know what I mean? You have to give to Caesar what is due to Caesar. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know, undermine what PSG has achieved. You know what I mean? Their achievement has been fantastic. Remember that they've just beat the likes of Bayern Munich. Remember, I said PSG didn't they beat up Manchester City a couple times as well? You know what I mean? So they're doing what they're doing. Then when they reached the Champions League final and they won it for the first time last season. You get what I'm saying? They have been doing, they put in the work. When you put in work, you expect results. You know what I mean? And you put in work and you get the results. It is just what it is. You know what I mean? That's that. You know what I mean? You put in hard work and you get results. You know what I mean? That's where the thing is at. Dembele lost his place to a 15-year-old Yamal because he was lazy and arrogant. PSG played beautiful due to Enrique. Well, that's the thing. Dembele has grown. He went through some stuff at Barcelona. He's now the star boy player at PSG. You know what I mean? And he has grown into the role. You know what I mean? He has grown into the role. He has taken his role seriously. You know what I mean? And he's playing football again. You know what I mean? And all of that. He's surrounded by a good team. He's surrounded by a beautiful team. You know what I mean? With some very, very fantastic players. You get me? And yeah, they are arrogant. They are hype. You get me? And that's the reason why Arsenal need to win this. That's the reason why Arsenal will win this. You know what I mean? He gonna be all right, man. He gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Arsenal gonna win their first UEFA Champions League title. I have faith. I believe. I believe. You should too, man. Believe. Believe, man. Believe. My personal think, I think Dembele is overhyped. I do think he's overhyped. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? I think he's overhyped. But you're gonna be overhyped when you're in a star-studded team and you pop up. You see, you don't have to be the star player in the team to get the recognition. You just gotta be the player that shines the brightest. You know what I mean? He's not the best player in the team, but he's the one that shines the brightest. He's the one that pop up and score when it needs to be done and all of that. You know what I mean? And, you know, that makes him who he is. So, yeah, so I personally think Rafinha is better than Dembele, but sadly, he doesn't have same PR like him. Rafinha is a fantastic player. Rafinha is a fantastic player. You know what I mean? There was talks about Real Madrid selling him. Barcelona selling him to Saudi. But Hansi Flick said, no way. No way, Jose. You know what I mean? Arsenal was linked with Rafinha before he went to Barcelona too. We wanted it, but yeah, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Rafinha is a machine. The passion is crazy, and he's Brazilian vice captain now, and soon Barcelona captain, in my opinion. Isn't he Barcelona captain already? No? I thought he was Barcelona captain already. Yeah, I thought he was Barcelona captain already. But yeah, it is what it is, and yeah, PSG is deserving of everything that they're getting because they're playing fantastic football. They have a fantastic coach, right? But hey, every good thing have to come to an end, right? And I think Arsenal need to make this season their season in every single way, shape, and form. I mean, both the Champions League and the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? We need to make this season our season, and we need to go out there and show people that we are here, we have arrived. You know what I mean? No longer should we sit down and be complacent and, you know what I mean? We don't settle anymore. You know what I mean? We don't settle anymore. Gone are the days when it was second again. Or gone are the days when we just used to compete for Champions League position. You know what I'm saying? No, we have a coach, we have a manager, that loves to win and will do whatever it takes to win. You get me? Those are some of the sweetest thing about what's going on with Arsenal Football Club now. We're ambitious. You know what I mean? We have some players that want to win. When we went out there, we outbid Manchester City for Declan Rice. That shows that we are here to compete. When Declan Rice chose us instead of Manchester City, that shows that he's looking at a club with ambition. And he's looking at a club that he can win trophy with. You know what I'm saying? So we're not the little naive club that people are used to see anymore. You know what I mean? We are something different. We're moving forward, and we're moving forward fast, and we're moving forward in the right directions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel fantastic about our growth. You know what I mean? I feel fantastic about our development. You understand? And they're gonna be fine. Arojo is Barcelona captain, but Rafael wears because I got it. As I know, I've seen him wear the armband a lot. So he's the vice captain of both his club and country. Yeah. Arsenal need to show and give their life in the final. I think they'll leave everything there, man. I do think the players understand what this means for the club. And I do think that this means a lot for the players as well. I don't think we're going to have any complacency on that field. I do not see us having any complacency on that field at all. I think we're going to be going all out. I think we're going to give everything. You know what I mean? And I think we're going to leave satisfied. You know what I mean? I think we're going to leave satisfied. I think it's going to be fantastic. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think we're going to leave Budapest as champions of Europe. UEFA Champions League champions. I do think that we will do it. You know what I mean? Bloomit, ever since you come in the chat, everybody's silent, everybody watching you. You know what I mean? Because a new person come in and he has a lot to say. Big up yourself, man. Thank you for joining our stream. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel, all right? And make sure you hit that like button for us, all right? You know what I mean? Be a part of the channel, man. You didn't say what team you support, though. I don't remember you saying what team you support. Let us know what team you support as well while you're subscribing and hitting the like button. Let us know the team that you support. Imagine Spurs get relegated. Imagine that. Hey, Spurs. Imagine Spurs get relegated and Arsenal win Premier League and Champions League. Spicy in it. That would be fantastic, man. I mean, like, yo, you couldn't ask for a better season as an Arsenal fan, to be honest. You know what I mean? You couldn't ask for a better season as an Arsenal fan. That would be epic. I mean, that would be a script. That would be a movie line. You know what I mean? That's why you would call a happy ending. You know what I mean? That's a Cinderella story right there. Cinderella story right there. You understand me? But yeah. It would be we win in the Champions League and the Premier League regardless of what happened to Spurs. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and as I said, we might win it later on. We might just manage to win it later on. Can you imagine that, guys? Can you imagine the feeling, the excitement, how much fun? People, I can't wait. We're doing a watch along later on, by the way, people. Remember to join the stream later on for the watch along. All right? We're doing a watch along later on. So join us later on for that watch along. You know what I mean? Bring your noise, bring your boots, bring your shoes, bring your socks. We are going to be shouting bourmouth. You remember when Pep Guardiola went and said, go Hammers? We are going to be shouting for bourmouth later on. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm a Barcelona fan, but I hope Arsenal win the UEFA Champions League. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because Barcelona and Arsenal kind of, you know what I mean, have that relationship. Barcelona and Arsenal kind of have that relationship. So that makes sense. That makes sense. See, Arsenal have a soft spot for Arsenal in Prim and stuff. That's I'm trying to tell you. Barcelona and Arsenal kind of have the relationship. You know what I mean? Yeah. That you can hear that by the way you hear me talk about Real Madrid, right? Yeah. Not a fan of Real Madrid fan at all. I don't live in the UK, no. I don't live in the UK. But appreciate you for being here, man. Thank you for passing through as always. Guys, I think we're gonna leave it here, you know. We've been on this stream for a little bit now. You know what I mean? On the stream for an hour and a half to be exact. So yeah. We're gonna leave it here and we're gonna catch up again later on because we have the watch alongs. We will be back for the watch alongs. You know what I mean? It's a watch along, it's a chat along, it's a hate along. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna chat Manchester City and Tottenham and Chelsea. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about Bourmouth unless they lose. You understand me? Yeah, unless they lose. If they lose, we're gonna curse them out. Henry played for Arsenal and Barcelona. Yeah, Henry set that blueprint of the love relationship between Arsenal and Barcelona. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do that watch along and that chat along and that eat along later on. So yeah, prepare yourself, guys. I think it's gonna be fun. Make sure y'all tune in. You know what I mean? If y'all not getting the notification, check the notification bell. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you check it. Make sure everything tune in, ready, and rear it. You know what I mean? Because later on, I'm going to be greater on. You understand? All right. Whiskey General said later. All right, Whiskey General. Big up yourself. Thomas Vermaelen and Sanchez and Mikel Arteta. Yeah, but we have a bad, not only that too, we also assess Fabregas and, you know what I mean? We have a Barcelona connection, man. We have a Barcelona connection. So, yeah. Barcelona connection. That is it. All right, people. This is a wrap. Appreciate everybody for the love. Thank you for passing through. You know what I mean? Big up yourself, Blue Mint. You know what I mean? Welcome to the family. You know what I mean? Welcome to the stream. We catch you guys again later. You know what I mean? Later. Watch along, chat along, eat along. I think I should name it like that, you know. We're going to be watching, chatting, and eating on these teams. Yeah, I think I should name it like that. All right, people. One love. Big up on the damn self. See y'all later on, all right?